We met in 6th grade, and we saw each other on the bus because we rode the same bus, and she was sitting alone, and I noticed that, and we went a few days without seeing each other, talking to each other, and then one day I just sat with her and I was like, are you new? And she was like, yeah, I just moved here, whatever. And I was like, oh my god, do you want to be friends? And she was like, yeah. And then from there on we were best friends. Her charisma and her ability to never give up on anything, never, there's not one thing she didn't want to do that she wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like no matter what she was going through, the only thing she wanted to do was help other people and make other people feel better about themselves. And that just shows what kind of person she was. My best memory with Gianna was when we blew up those air rafts that you put in the pool, and we had a picnic in her living room, and then we went and sled down the Wrist Lake Hill, the really big one. So Gianna passed away when I was at work, and I was only an hour into my shift, and I got a call from my mom, and my mom knows not to call me during work, unless she'll call using the actual phone. And so she calls me, and I pick it up because we weren't busy, and she was crying, and I was like, okay, give me 1 second. So I went to the back room, and she was like, Sophie, and I was like, who died? And she was like, Gianna killed herself. I think it was sadder just because it was a girl that a lot of us had been very close with, and she was young, very young, and she took her own life, and that's something that is way, I think, for me at least, is way deeper and more personal than death of, natural cause. She was so sad, and that's why it happened. Obviously, as teenagers who live in the lifetime where saying KMS or anything like that is a joke, most of us can tell. But when somebody says they need to talk to you about something, or if somebody even seems remotely more off than they usually would, don't hesitate to be there for them when they need it, and don't take it as a joke, because it's not, and it never ends the way you think it's gonna end. I would remind them of all the things they have to live for, going to college, getting married, having children, and then I would also remind them that once they're gone, they don't really have any place. They are just hurting everybody that they love and care around them, and whether or not they think that they have anybody who cares about them, they do. If I could say something to Gianna today, I would probably tell her that I was thankful for all the amazing memories we had together. Oh God. And that she's beautiful and strong and deserves to be here just as much as anyone else.